Yehova Svaot Elohim, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Please fill me and lead me, and cover me and stir me, and speak through me with your Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness and humility to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema. Listen and obey. Children of Yehova, pay careful attention and respond. Yehova is our power and authority. Yehova works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehova with your power and authority, with your thoughts and mind, with your entire body, with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. Isaiah Yeshayahu, chapter 17. This is a prophecy about Damascus. Damascus will soon stop being a city. It will become a heap of ruins. The cities of Auror will be abandoned, given over to flocks lying down undisturbed. Ephraim will have no defenses. Damascus will cease to rule, and Aram's survivors will share the fate of Israel's finest sons. Says Yehova Svaot, when that day comes, Yaakov's glory will wane, and his full body grow thin, as when the harvester collects the standing grain, reaping the ears of grain with his arm. Yes, as when they glean the grain in the Rephaim valley. Yet gleaning will be left as when beating an olive tree, 2 or 3 olives at the very top, 4 or 5 on its fruitful branches. Says Yehova, the God of Israel. On that day, a person will heed his Maker and turn his eyes toward the Holy One of Israel. He will pay no heed to the altars made with his own hands. He will not turn toward what his fingers made, the sacred poles and standing stones for sun worship. When that day comes, his strong cities, which others abandoned when Israel advanced, will be like abandoned woods and forests. They will be laid waste. For you have forgotten the God who saved you, failed to remember the rock of your strength. So you plant pagan-style gardens and set out vine cutting for a foreign god. Though you make them grow on the day you plant them, and in the morning your seedlings flower, the crop will vanish the day disease comes, a day of incurable pain. Oh, the terror-stricken uproar of many peoples, roaring like the roar of the seas, and the rushing about the nations, rushing and surging like wild, wild waters. Yes, the nations will roar like the mighty ocean, but he will rebuke them, and far will they flee. Driven like chaff by the mountain wind, like whirling dust in advance of the storm. As evening falls, you can see terror. Before sunrise, they have ceased to be. This is the lot of those who plunder us, the fate of those who prey on us. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading this 17th chapter of Isaiah Yeshayahu? We can aim for unity within the body. Aim to produce spiritual fruit pleasing from the perspective of Yehova. Heed Yehova, our Maker. Pay attention to the written instructions of Yehova and obey them. Serve Yehova alone. Remember Yehova, Elohim of Israel. Proclaim salvation by way of Yehova alone. Trust that Yehova is the rock of your strength. Seek the mercy of Yehova. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can point all to Yehova for salvation. Bear one another's burdens. Proclaim salvation is found in Yehova. Produce spiritual fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, self-control. End with the Aaronic blessing using the name. Yehova will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehova will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order, and he will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehova will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole